In the vast and unforgiving Pacific Ocean, in May of 1942, the Empire of Japan was plotting its next conquest. After the shock of Pearl Harbor, Japanese forces were relentlessly pushing south, aiming to cut off Australia and cement their dominance in the Pacific. The target? Port Moresby in New Guinea, a gateway to the Australian continent. But this wouldn't be a typical battle. Here, the ships would never see each other. Planes would decide their fate. And at the heart of this deadly dance, the Japanese deployed a brilliant trick, what we call the ghost device, a massive fleet designed to deceive, distract, and destroy. Operation M.O., orchestrated by Admiral Shigeyoshi Inoue, was ambitious. Setting out from Rabaul, the fleet split up. The heavy hitters, the carriers Shokaku and Zuikaku, loaded with lethal Zero fighters and Val dive bombers, formed the core of the strike force under the command of Vice Admiral Takeo Takagi. But the masterstroke was the covering force, commanded by Rear Admiral Aritomo Godo. This was the bait, the light carrier Shoho, a few heavy cruisers, like the Aoba and Furutaka, and several destroyers and troop transports. Not just any fleet, a floating illusion. Intentionally unencrypted radio transmissions broadcasted fake invasion plans, simulating a direct threat to Port Moresby. Reconnaissance planes flew over empty areas of the sea, creating the impression of a full-strength armada, but it was a phantom force that didn't really exist. The goal? To lure the Allies away, split their forces, and leave their flanks exposed. On the other side, the Allies weren't flying blind. Thanks to the team of cryptanalysts at Station Hypo in Pearl Harbor, led by Joseph Rochefort, parts of the Japanese JN-25 code had been cracked. They knew an invasion was coming, but the deception still caught them off guard. Admiral Frank Jack Fletcher aboard the USS Yorktown and Aubrey Fitch on the USS Lexington commanded Task Force 17, two carriers, with their escort of cruisers and destroyers. On May 4th, planes from the Yorktown attacked Tulagi, sinking Japanese mine layers and seaplanes, but burning precious fuel and ammunition. The ghost was at work. Godo's force drew their fire, while Takagi moved into position for the counterattack. The climax came on May 7th. Allied scout planes spotted what looked like the invasion transports, the Phantom Force. Fletcher ordered an all-out attack. 93 planes from the Yorktown and Lexington took off. They found the Shoho unprotected and vulnerable. In just 10 minutes, torpedoes and bombs sent it to the bottom. Pilot Robert Dixon radioed his iconic line, "Scratch one flat top." But the victory came at a steep price. While the Allies celebrated, Japanese planes from the main fleet attacked a smaller Allied group, the oiler Neosho and the destroyer Sims, which they mistook for the main carriers. The Neosho burned for days, and the Sims sank. The diversion had worked. The Japanese bought themselves time to regroup. On May 8th, the head-to-head showdown. 69 Japanese planes attacked the Lexington and Yorktown. The Lexington, hit by torpedoes and bombs, suffered massive internal explosions as leaking fuel vapors ignited. Over 200 American sailors perished as the Lady Lex went down, while her crew was rescued in heroic scenes. On the Japanese side, the Shokaku was heavily damaged by bombs, and the Zuikaku lost many of its aircraft. Inoue called off the invasion of Port Moresby, fearing further losses. Tactically, it was a draw. The Japanese lost the Shoho and 77 planes. The Allies lost the Lexington and 66 planes. But strategically, it was an Allied victory, since they had stopped the Japanese expansion. The ghost device had almost changed the course of the war, but Allied intelligence prevailed. Without this battle, Midway could have been a catastrophic defeat. Today, lessons in misinformation echo in modern conflicts, from cyber warfare to ghost drones. The Pacific reminds us, In war, what you can't see can be the most lethal. If you liked the content, leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications.